Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to my latest episode here of New Music Weekly, the show where I give you guys the latest prog news for the week, introduce you guys to some new prog singles to check out, and give you updates on the channel and what's happening here on Nathan on Shuffle. It's mostly my weekly check-in with you guys, with the subscribers, with the viewers who watch regularly to kind of give you updates on what's exciting me in my life, in my prog universe, and all of the cool news items that I think are worth bringing attention to everybody out there who loves progressive rock like I do. So a little bit of a light episode this week, I'll admit, so this will probably go by pretty quickly. Not a lot of news that I've uncovered, but a couple of cool items that I want to mention. So I always love doing a show, so I didn't want to skip one this week. The big release that I'm aware of this weekend is Cosmograph and their album The Orphan Epoch. This is more, I believe the artist, the brainchild behind this is Robin Armstrong, and just beautiful melodic progressive rock. Does a lot of conceptual albums, and it's just really beautifully well done music, great melodic guitar solos, and just beautiful expansive pieces. So check that one out if you're interested. Beyond that, I'm not quite sure of any other big proggy releases that are coming out this weekend, so let me know in the comments if I'm missing out on something, but it seems like kind of a light week for at least the bigger name progressive rock acts. Now let's get into the Hot 5, the 5 news items that I have for you guys today. First off, Jethro Tull have announced a 6-disc Living in the Past reissue. This is their 1972 double compilation album. The album's going to be titled Still Living in the Past. This is coming out through Parlophone Warner Music on July 11th. This album was originally a collection of album tracks, outtakes, and several standalone singles spanning the band's career up to that point, including 1971's Life is a Long Song EP, and 2 live recordings taken from a performance at New York's Carnegie Hall from November 1970. So a big expanded set, available as a 2 LP vinyl edition featuring Steven Wilson remixes, edits, demos, live at Carnegie Hall 1970, Steven Wilson makes, and 4 promo films. So a lot to dive into if you're a Jethro Tull fan. I know a lot of people speak super highly of Living in the Past, the compilation album, and for a lot of people, at least in the US and maybe parts of Europe as well, it was a way to get a lot of tracks that you couldn't get otherwise, that weren't part of the albums proper. So it's a really cool collection. It's been about 53 years since its original issue, so well time for this new version to celebrate this wonderful, incredible music. So it should be a really cool addition to check out. All of the Jethro Tull sets have been really amazing. The ones I've checked out, I'm hoping to get more in the future, but I really love Steven Wilson's mixes and just how they put the package together. Big, long, sprawling booklets, and a lot of different goodies that you didn't have before if you're a collector. So they go all out, and I'm sure this collection will be great as well. So check that one out. Like I said, coming out July 11th if you're a Jethro Tull fan. Item number 2, Dream Theater announced Parasomnia 2025 tour across the U.S. for this fall. So they just got done doing their big Evening with Dream Theater tour that they've been doing across the U.S. and Europe and all these areas. I went with my dad earlier, where they did basically a smattering of some of their big hits, and it was a big return for Mike Portnoy. Now they're actually going to play the Parasomnia album in full. And of course, I'm sure a smattering of some of their highlights from their catalog, starting on September 5th in Pennsylvania, all the way going through to October 25th in Long Island. Should be a really great time to see Dream Theater and to see them. This was they kind of got warmed up with this tour that they've been doing, and now maybe this will see them dialing in even deeper. And I really love the Parasomnia album, so I think it'll be cool to see it done in its entirety. So we'll see. I might check that one out. They have a couple dates near me in Oceanside, California, I thought was cool, and Long Beach, California. So one of those two are heavy candidates for ones I might attend. So we'll see. I'm probably talk to my dad about it. See, it's over the weekend, so he may be busy, but always a big fan of Dream Theater, and their live shows are always great. So check that one out. Item number 3, Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets releases a new Steven Wilson ATMOS mix of the track Echoes. This is their version of course, the classic Pink Floyd track from 1972, available to streaming platforms. It was originally released on vinyl as a Record Store Day release back in April. This was recorded at the band show at the Centennial Hall in Frankfurt, Germany on August 1st, 2024. So a great version, a way to see Nick Mason's rendition of this classic track, and to hear it in great audio echoes in ATMOS is definitely something to behold. So it should be really fun. It should be a really cool thing to check out if you're interested in that. Item number 4, Jakko and Jakszyk launches video for Son of Glen, the title track from his forthcoming album. I've already mentioned this title, this new release coming out from Jakko. This is the lead singer and second guitarist of more modern iteration of King Crimson. This new solo album is coming out on June 27th on Inside Out Music. Companion piece to his memoir, Who's the Boy with the Lovely Hair, that was released in October 24. And this is the 10-minute title track that now has an official video out. I've already put it on my Prog singles list before, so but maybe I'll add the updated version of it with the new video to accompany it. But great song, great track. This track, an album, I believe, is based around an idea of Jakko's father somehow guiding him, even though he never really knew his father. So it's kind of an interesting perspective in that sense. So it should be a really interesting release. I'm going to be checking it out. I actually recently got a promo copy, so I'm interested to see what it's all about. It's available. Going to be available as a limited CD Digipack, Gatefold LP, and as a digital album, so it's available for pre-order, featuring appearances by drummers Gavin Harrison and Ian Mosley, cellist Caroline Lavelle, Louise Patricia Crane on vocals, and Jakko's son Django on bass guitar. So some interesting collaborators there. And item number 5, Giles, and Fripp. Remastered reissues coming on vinyl and CD in July. This is Robert Fripp's pre-King Crimson group, Giles, and Fripp, the band he played with brothers Michael and Peter Giles, both of whom would go on to play with Fripp and King Crimson. This is their 1968 debut album, The Cheerful Insanity of Giles, and Fripp, remastered and reissued on CD and vinyl. Also coming out around the same time, the Bronzeberry Tapes collection of home demo recordings, newly remastered by King Crimson manager David Singleton. These releases are both coming out through the Panegyric DGM label on July 4th. So once again, diving into the history of some really notable musicians in the prog space, reissuing some really interesting music that is a treasure trove for people who like to delve into the history of these fantastic musicians and their respective projects before they made it big in the prog sense of the word. So it should be really cool to check this one out. These demos provide fans with a glimpse of how the band's sound developed. I Talk to the Wind, which features, of course, on In the Court of the Crimson King, is available. You get to see the kind of the development of that track. So really interesting stuff on this, like Bronzeberry Tapes demos, and of course that Giles, and Fripp debut album as well, being remastered. Both are releasing on heavyweight 200-gram vinyl, with the vinyl cut by Jason Mitchell at Loud Mastering. The Bronzeberry Tapes vinyl features 13 of the best quality recordings from the tapes, while the CD release features all 21 tracks. So should be really cool. Excited and interesting. These releases will be really nice. So that's pretty much what I have for you on the news front. Those were the main items. Not much updates to my prog singles list, but you can check out a lot of the prog singles that have been put on the list from the past few weeks. The link is in the description for the YouTube playlist that contains all the cool new prog tracks. So if you're looking for some new prog music, go check that link out. On the channel itself, recently I've done some really interesting videos. I did Eden's song, Our Road to Dust review. Really great album, one of my favorites of the year, from a folky act that's kind of like a modern progressive metal tinge Jethro Tull. A lot of cool violin work and just a fantastic group. flute work is what I should say. A lot of flute work on their album that brings that kind of Jethro Tull folky edge, but I really love them. I did a little bit of a review on Gentle Giant's Playing the Fool, their recent complete collection version, or however you want to call it. The 2 CD Blu-ray edition at least, and just talked a bit about my experience listening to it. So that's up on the channel. And I also released a reaction with Jana, our weekly shuffle to Pink Floyd's Have a Cigar. So that was a lot of fun. It's been a kind of a big hiatus since our previous reaction, so it was cool to come back and be able to put together one of those for you guys. There should be another one coming out next week, so we're thinking of moving that. Usually it used to always come out on Sundays, but we're thinking of moving it to midweek. I'm kind of reshuffling the deck a little bit on when my shows come out. So basically the new schedule I'm thinking of is Sundays to do actually an album review now, to kind of highlight and focus on an album in progressive rock that's upcoming or that just came out, to try to keep it as fresh as possible. Then on Monday or Tuesday, I'll be releasing basically shows just about my collection and what I've really grown to love and what I've acquired recently in my physical media collection. And then on Wednesdays are going to be now our reactions and shows with Jana. We're going to do some discussion type episodes. And then Friday, of course, the weekly news update will not really be going anywhere, usually either Friday or Saturday. So that's kind of the schedule I'm envisioning moving forward. But anyways, upcoming this week, I have a review of Joviak and their album Autofiction Part 1 Shards, an album I just barely discovered. I hadn't heard of this band before, but the album's really blown me away, so I want to talk to you guys about that one. I'm hoping to get out a review of Haken's Live Forms, their big, sprawling live album that just came out that I've been watching and experiencing lately, so hoping to put that one out this week as well. And like I said, hopefully another shuffle with Jana. We have it already filmed. We just have to edit and put it out there. So that should be coming as well. So a really cool week for shows on the channel. I'm planning this big 25 or 30 best prog albums of all time episode. It's probably going to be a string of episodes, and I'm really excited about it. I've been listening to a lot of classic prog in preparation to bring you guys like some really cool content. So hopefully you guys appreciate that and are excited for what's to come. There's a lot of great stuff. I have dozens and dozens of albums to listen to from this quarter that I'm trying to catch up on, and I'm sure I'm going to be doing at the end of the quarter a big roundup of all the albums that I've really loved this quarter. It's just been insane, the amount of music being released. So thank you guys so much for all your attention and for continuing to join me here. I hope you enjoy the channel, and I'll hopefully be catching you guys in a future episode. Subscribe if you haven't yet, comment, like the video, whatever. No pressure, just whatever you want to do helps me out immensely. So thank you guys for the support, and I'll catch you guys in a future episode. Enjoy the music, everybody.